The unseen playmate. Leo liked places where no one talked to him. That was why he liked the park. It sat at the edge of the neighborhood, hidden behind old trees and a broken fence. The grass was uneven and tall in places, and most of the paint on the swings had peeled away. Parents didn't bring their children there anymore. They said the park felt wrong. Leo didn't know what that meant. To him, it just felt quiet. Quiet was better than home, where the television was always on and his parents were always tired. Leo was 9 years old. He didn't have many friends. At school, he spoke only when the teacher called his name. The other children ran in loud groups, laughing and shouting, and Leo stayed behind, watching. When school ended, he walked home alone and waited until his parents finished work. On most afternoons, Leo went to the park. He brought a small bag of toy cars and action figures. He sat near the swing set and made up stories in his head. Sometimes the cars were explorers. Sometimes they were heroes saving invisible cities. When the wind moved through the trees, it sounded like the park was listening. Leo liked that feeling. The first strange thing happened on a warm afternoon in early autumn. Leo was sitting on the ground, rolling a red toy car through the dirt, when he heard a soft creaking sound. He looked up. One of the swings was moving, back and forth, slowly, as if someone had just jumped off. Leo stood up. He looked around the park. No one else was there. The other swing hung still. The slide was empty. The benches were covered in dry leaves. The wind wasn't strong enough to move the swing. Leo watched for a long moment. The swing slowed, then stopped. He felt a small chill, but it passed quickly. Probably the wind, he said to himself. He sat back down and kept playing. That night, Leo dreamed of laughter. After that, the park began to change. Not all at once, just small things. Sometimes Leo would find toys he didn't remember bringing. A faded jump rope near the sandbox. A cracked doll lying under the slide. The next day, they would be gone. Once, he heard a child laughing behind him. He turned quickly. Nothing. The sound had been soft and high, like a girl's laugh. It echoed between the trees, then disappeared. Leo told himself he was imagining it. He was used to imagining things. The day he met Lily, the sky was gray. Leo arrived at the park later than usual. School had been hard that day, and his chest still felt tight. He walked slowly, dragging his shoes through the dirt. He sat on the swing set and pushed himself gently. That was when he heard a voice. "Can I play too?" Leo froze. The voice was close, very close. He turned his head. A girl stood beside the swing. She looked about his age. Her dress was pale blue, old and faded, like something from a long time ago. Her shoes were worn, the laces frayed. Her hair was tied back with a ribbon that had lost its color. She smiled, but her eyes were sad. Leo's heart raced. I didn't see you," he said. She tilted her head. "That's okay. No one ever does." Leo looked around. The park was still empty. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily," she said. "What's yours?" "Leo." "I like that name," Lily said. "Will you play with me?" Leo hesitated. He didn't feel afraid. Not exactly, just unsure. "Okay," he said. Lily clapped her hands softly. "Good. I don't like being alone." They played every day after that. Lily knew games Leo had never heard of. She liked to play near the trees, where the shadows were long. She avoided the bright open areas of the park and never stepped into direct sunlight. When Leo asked her why, she just shook her head. "It hurts," she said. Sometimes Lily would suddenly stop laughing and look toward the park entrance. "Don't go yet," she would say if Leo stood up. "Stay a little longer." Her voice always sounded scared when she said it. Leo began staying later and later. At home, his parents noticed he was quieter than usual. "He's just growing," his mother said. When Leo mentioned Lily, his parents smiled. "Imaginary friends are normal," his father said. "It means you're creative." Leo didn't argue. He knew Lily was real. As days passed, Lily changed. She followed Leo everywhere in the park. If he went to the slide, she stood at the bottom. If he sat on a bench, she sat beside him even when there was no space. Sometimes Leo felt like he was being watched. Not by Lily, by something else. One evening, the sky turned dark faster than usual. Clouds covered the sun, and the air felt heavy. Leo gathered his toys. "I have to go home," he said. Lily's smile faded. "Don't," she whispered. "I'll come back tomorrow." Her eyes filled with tears. "You always say that." Leo felt a strange pressure in his chest. "Lily, I really have to." She grabbed his arm. Her hand was cold. "Please," she said. "If you leave, I'll be alone again." Leo pulled away and ran. Behind him, he heard Lily crying. The sound followed him all the way home. That night, Leo woke up screaming. His parents rushed into his room. He couldn't explain the dream, only that Lily was standing at the foot of his bed, calling his name. The next day, Leo didn't go to the park. He stayed inside. He watched cartoons. He tried to forget. But that evening, his mother found muddy footprints outside his bedroom door. Small footprints, like a child's. Leo's parents began to worry. Leo stopped eating. He stared out the window toward the trees that hid the park. One night, his mother searched online. She typed the park's name into the computer. She found an old newspaper article. The headline read, "Young girl dies in park tragedy." The article was over 40 years old. A girl named Lily had gone to the park alone. She had climbed onto the old swing set. The chains broke. She fell and hit her head. No one found her until it was too late. The photo showed a smiling girl in a blue dress. Leo's mother covered her mouth. They didn't tell Leo what they found. They just told him he wasn't allowed to go to the park anymore. Leo nodded. But that night, he heard laughter outside his window. Soft, familiar. "Leo," Lily whispered. "Come play. The park hasn't changed. The swings still creak at night. Sometimes, if you walk past it at dusk, you can hear a child laughing. Waiting, always waiting."